All right, everyone. Good afternoon. Some interesting stuff to talk about today. It's only going to be two topics because I do want to talk about them a little bit, especially this first one. So there was a post yesterday on Wowhead, PC Gamer, a couple other places, but the co-founder and former president of Blizzard Entertainment, Mike Morhaime, split off from the company. He just split. And let me actually pull this article up for you guys so you can read it along with me. I'll also be reading it out here. Okay, so he is making a new game development company called Dreamhaven. It is a new game development company based in Irvine, California. So basically, really close to Blizzard and a bunch of other studios, like Amazon Studios and stuff. But they also have two initial studios that they're going to be making inside of Dreamhaven. That's going to be Moonshot Games and Secret Door. And Moonshot Games is going to be, looks like, more directed towards bigger titles, more like AAA titles, whereas Secret Door is going to be leaning more towards the indie development side. I think that is really cool. And I'm going to read a couple quotes from him as during his interviews, and it's kind of like, I don't want to say shots fired, but he definitely pulled the trigger on some on some of the ideas that we all have about working for Activision or Blizzard. And I'm going to see if I can find a couple of those here for you. First, I'll read one of the quotes during one of the interviews that he did. "I'm excited to team up with such talented people who care deeply about games in their communities," said Dreamhaven CEO Mike Morhaime. "I've always believed in the power of games to bring people together, regardless of backgrounds and boundaries. With Dreamhaven, we look forward to creating and sharing new experiences with players everywhere." The team at Dreamhaven came together around a common goal to empower creators, help bring their ideas to life, and create original gaming experiences that foster meaningful connections between players. That is good. That's a great mission statement. And I really hope they stick to it. Let me move down here a little bit. Let me get to the shots fired parts. I'll just read this this quote that he gave to VentureBeat. "We're almost trying to create a haven for creators who want an environment that is development friendly, values product and player experiences," here it is, "over short-term financial pressures." Activision, bah, headshot. Blizzard, bah, headshot. Boom. There it is. There's the headshot. So I think that that's definitely, working in a company like Activision, like, sure, they don't really push, the design direction of the game. That's totally on the WoW devs. But pushing deadlines and making things like microtransactions and stuff available that weren't previously after being partnered with Activision. This is definitely a stab at that. "We believe in the power of gaming to bring people together and as an escape of the unpleasant things that reality can bring. In that sense, it's a haven as well. We like the imagery of a lighthouse as a beacon, and that inspires us because we hope that Dreamhaven can be a beacon of hope to others in the industry who share our values and philosophies. There's a better way of approaching business and game creation that can work and be sustainable and be a lot of fun and yield positive results. They can make the games they are passionate about. They're in control of their destiny and hopefully feel like they have the best of both worlds, the entrepreneurial spirit and the stability and resources that often only larger companies can provide." And I feel like this is really important because, like, when you usually start a new company, right, it's basically from the ground up unless you have some sort of like self-funding. And that's what's really cool about this, is that coming from such a big company, and Mike Morhaime has a great resume of leading other companies and development teams. So having him as the forefront, I feel like is really good, just because, like, his direction and his backing alone with his resources and stuff, well, I think will really push the first couple games out in a good way. And then hopefully from there, they can see like some sort of backing from not only fans, but other people as well that really grasp onto their vision. Let me read this last little part right here. We're not in a hurry to go out and get funding because the most important thing is to make sure we retain control over the company's decision making. Shots fired. When we do go out and seek investment, we want to be aligned in terms of vision and values. Now, that's where it is, dude. That's where it is. They don't just want money. They want people to be with them. They want them to be with them the entire step of the way. And that is it's just a nice vision for a game company to have. They're not out for the money. They want to make good games for people to enjoy because that's what they enjoy. Seeing people enjoy their games is probably like, it's just a nice high. Like for me, when someone likes my music, I'm like, whoa, thanks, man. Oh, thanks. You know, it's a good feeling. So when you get great reviews on your game and you get a great community backing, that must feel so good. And I really hope that they can achieve that. I'm going to read this last sentence here. It's important to create an environment that can substantially cultivate creativity and innovation and unlock the potential of these talented teams. We felt that this was something that we could do. In talking to Jason and some other folks, we felt that there was a window of opportunity that we had to do it now. I feel like they chose a good time. Blizzard's come on for a lot of flack recently, just over everything that's been happening over the past year and a half, 2 years. And the way that, the way that they have treated their employees and their fan base is less than ideal. I've read too many horror stories of ex-employees from Blizzard who got cut, couldn't even afford meals after working there. It's just a nightmare situation for people trying to work in the game industry in that company, and that's not a standard you want to have. You know, that's not something you want to be known for, is shitty relations with employers and fan base. You know, that's just not what you want. So I'm really glad that seemingly these people that are moving to Dreamhaven really care about the customers and the consumers more than profit. Sure, profit is nice, but if you cultivate that feeling of like community with different people, it'll all come together. There's another quote here somewhere that I really wanted to read. Where is it at? I don't remember, but we will look at the Dreamhaven website really quick. Dreamhaven. And we will read a couple of their mission statements off here. First of all, this is a really pretty website. Since they are brand new, if you are interested in applying, they have an open application. Fun little fact. So here it is. Join us on a new adventure. Welcome to Dreamhaven. We love epic adventures, sharing stories, and creating lasting memories with families and friends. So we're building a new game company based on our shared values and relentless passion for making meaningful player experiences. We hope you'll join us on this journey. Dreamhaven is home to multiple game development studios and a central support team. But this does include global operations, publishing, and partner functions that can also help independent developers build and launch their games. So this does mean that they are going to be an all-inclusive entity and a self-publisher, it looks like. Yeah, that is kind of cool. Meet the Dreamhaven Studios. We do have Moonshot Games and Secret Door, like I mentioned earlier. And there it is. So what does this mean for Blizzard? What does this mean for Blizzard, though? So I think, they're losing a lot of high-profile people. You know, they're definitely losing. Having a co-founder leave because he's just not happy with the way that things are run at the current place. And it's crazy how you can go from being the person that started it all to hating it and being like, you know what? We out. We fucking outie. We out of here. And so they did. But I'm really hoping that this studio will be something really good. I hope it'll bring a life back into some things, and that they don't get bogged down with the same stuff that other major title companies are, which is just financial pressure, deadlines, and I want them to be able to work within the scope of their own timelines so they can release things that they feel proud of when they're ready. I am tired and done with early release games that are unfinished because of push deadlines, and I really, really hope that this takes off in a positive direction. I really, really do. And now on to the second part of the news here. So Among Us, the sequel is canceled. Among Us 2 will not be a thing. But that being said, what they are doing instead is that they are adding everything that they would have done for Among Us 2, they are doing for an update for Among Us 1. Let me read this right here. Among Us sequel is canceled, but it's not bad news. Developer Innersloth has decided to cancel Among Us 2 and instead focus on expanding the content offered in Among Us. All the content we had planned for Among Us 2 will instead go into Among Us 1. This is probably the more difficult choice because it means going deep into the core code of the game and reworking several parts of it. We have lots of things planned and we're excited to bring new content to everyone as you continue to enjoy playing. These content expansions include new servers, although they did a really good job fixing that last time. Colorblind support. Finally, boys, we here for it. They took notice. And where did I just leave off? Friends account system, so you can just add friends on there. A new stage, and a lot of other things are planned too. We just need to prioritize and organize. They do not have an ETA for the expected content. It'll definitely take some time, but they are working on it, which I think is really, really cool. Also, there was a really cool stat I saw here. Yes. So although it released in 2018, 2020, obviously, it has blown the fuck up. It has, from Twitch, just got big. YouTube channels now are making so much content. So in August of this year, for mobile downloads, it got downloaded 18.4 million times. In August alone, only to be followed by another 41.9 million mobile downloads in this month of September. That's just mobile downloads. That's not buying it on Steam or anywhere else. That is mobile downloads. That is crazy. That is almost 60 million in 2 months. It shot up this Steam charts and alongside larger AAA games, so you can't hate that. And another thing they mentioned here is the low barrier to entry for games like this, which is free on mobile, and it's like $5 on Steam is how I think I paid for it. And like, that's just so great. And then, you know, you have a little bit of cosmetics that if people want to buy, they can. And of course they're going to, because fuck it, I'll pay $2 for a skin. Hell yeah. But it blew up. And that's their decision that they're going with. Instead of making a second game, they are just going to be adding and updating Among Us 1, which I'm down for it. Everyone, I feel like that is a really, really, like you said, a big dick move right there. And I really like it. Everyone has this. No one has to rebuy anything. They're just going to do straight updates. And I feel like it'll be more accessible for the people that already have it and easier instead of trying to switch over to something new when it's like a competitive thing between the two games when they can just be one game that they just keep improving on. And I think that's a really, really smart decision. And I wish them the best on that because I love the fuck out of the game. So I can only imagine that it's going to get better. And I'm excited for those new servers. Let's just be real. And the colorblind support. That's a personal thing. That is a personal thing. So there you have it, folks. There is Mike Morhaime going over to Dreamhaven, starting his new development company with Moonshot and Secret Door. Really excited for that. Really hope that they can stick to their mission statement and their visions going forward here, because that's just a promising studio, and I really hope it goes a lot of places. And then Among Us 2, not happening. Among Us 1, going to get hella updated, and we are excited for the future of that as well. Well, everyone, I'll be streaming Dark Souls here in a little bit. Probably about 30 minutes or so. I'm going to grab some food, and then you guys get to watch me die over and over again for a couple hours while I rage about it. So can't wait to see you guys for that. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in a little bit. Thank you all. Oh, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.